I made today's video because I found that many Scrum practitioners, even those who have been using Scrum for years, still have this misperception that user story is part of Scrum, or every product backlog items needs to be written in user story format. There are many factors that contribute to this misperception, of course. One of it is because some people are exposed to Scrum from using tools that are inconsistent with the Scrum Guide, but I will not be talking about these tools in today's video. The second reason why I made this video is because I'm seeing this trend where in some companies, the UX professionals and the designers try to separate themselves from the engineers and work one sprint ahead in a sprint they labeled as the UX sprint or the design sprint. I'm currently on engagement with a client to bring the UX professionals and the designers to work collaboratively with the engineers in the same sprint as a true cross-functional Scrum team. If you fall in the same situation as me, or perhaps you just want to learn other complementary practices that you can use in your Scrum team, don't go anywhere, stay tuned because I'll be back in a few more seconds right after this one. Hey, how's it going, awesome people? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome to the community of passionate changemakers. My name is Joshua Partogi and I'm currently based in Brisbane, Australia. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, many Scrum practitioners think that when using Scrum, every product backlog item must be written in user story format. By the way, for those of you who do not know what user story is, you can click the link up here to watch my video on user story. In that video, I also explain the misperception in the market about user story. When we read the Scrum Guide, it never mentioned user story at all. When using Scrum, we need to have a product backlog, which is an emergent and ordered list of what is needed to improve the product. It is left up to us how to write the product backlog items. User story is just one of the techniques to write the product backlog items. A Scrum is only a framework. Besides user story, you can use other techniques to write the product backlog items. Hypothesis, which we will see soon, is another complementary practice to write the product backlog items. As written on Scrum Guide, Scrum is a framework for solving complex problems. Therefore, I personally think we should view the product feature-related items as hypotheses to be validated rather than just as features to be developed. When we have that perspective, we indirectly view the Scrum developers as problem solvers, not as a feature factory. Watch my video on Feature Factory by clicking the link up here if you haven't already watched it, so that you know what I mean by Feature Factory that I will mention throughout this video. Hey folks, before you continue watching today's video, make sure you watch it from a larger screen rather than from a mobile phone. Otherwise, you will not be able to read the text that are written for the case study and you will not get optimal learning from today's video. Okay, now that you're on a larger screen, let's look at the template of hypothesis that you can use for writing your feature-related product backlog items. The first line in the hypothesis states the functionality that the Scrum team wants to develop, or the defects they want to fix, or the enhancement in the product they want to make. But because it's a hypothesis, the Scrum team also needs lines of statement that will work as the validators. In professional Scrum Product Owner or PSPO training I have facilitated so far, I shared with the participants that one of the dilemmas that product owner faces is balancing the consumer outcome and the value for the company they work for. I personally think the Scrum team needs to state both the consumer outcome and the business outcome on the product backlog items. The hypothesis should also contain the outcome the consumer will gain, which is on the second line, and also contain the business outcome that the producer will gain, which is on the last line. I'm not going to explain further about the differences between consumer outcome and business outcome in this video because I've already made a video about it. If you haven't watched my video on outcome over output, you can watch it by clicking the link up here so that you know the differences between consumer outcome and business outcome. Let's bring in a case study to see how product backlog items written as hypothesis look like. I will use an imaginary company I named vMeet, who will develop a virtual reality meeting product that will solve the problem with today's online meeting as the case study. This case study should resonate well with you because you probably already use at least one online meeting product intensively in the past 18 months or so. As you have read on Scrum Guide, the product goal is in the product backlog. I have already made a video on product goal. If you haven't already watched the video, go check it out on my channel or click the link up here to watch the video as I will not explain it in today's video. To give you context for the case study, Here is the product goal. Now let's bring in the hypothesis template and fill in the blank. So here is a sample of a few feature-related product backlog items for a virtual reality meeting product written as hypotheses that are derived from the product goal. By the way, folks, I have something important to ask you today. Because today's video is about how to write the product backlog items as hypotheses, I have my own hypothesis that I would like to validate too, and I would like to use this opportunity to validate it. Have you noticed that I have recently uploaded several short videos with a duration of less than 60 seconds into this channel? If you didn't know this, you need to go to my YouTube channel from the mobile or tablet app. Now when you're on the landing page of my channel, you should be able to see several short videos on top of my channel page. Before I upload more of these short videos, can you let me know what you think? Should I continue uploading it or should I just stop uploading it? Leave a comment down below. Thanks folks, I really appreciate it. Now let's get back to today's learning. When you see this example here, these three hypotheses may have the same consumer outcome and business outcome, but different functionality or enhancement to be made stated on the first line. In Scrum, the Scrum developers, who consist of UX professionals, designers, and engineers, can collaborate to refine the hypothesis together. During sprint planning, the Scrum team can select the hypothesis with consumer outcome and business outcome that matches the outcome stated on their sprint goal. As I have shared on my video about sprint planning, besides the agreed sprint goal, there are of course other factors the Scrum team needs to consider during sprint planning. If you haven't already watched my video on sprint planning, go check it out by clicking the link up here so that you know the other factors that must be considered by the Scrum team during sprint planning. So, there you go folks, another complementary practice that you can use to move people at your workplace out of a feature factory. We can change people's perspective by changing the words we use at our workplace. I hope today's video gives you and your Scrum team additional complementary practice to write the product backlog items. And don't forget to watch the other videos on Scrum complementary practices already available in this channel. That is all for today folks. Don't forget to smash that like button down below. And also to subscribe to my channel because I will upload more videos in the future that can help improve your Scrum team's effectiveness and also your organization's state of agility. And for those of you who aspire to be an awesome Scrum Master, you can also subscribe to my podcast either on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. You can search my podcast name using the keywords Think and Act Like a Scrum Master. And while you wait for my next YouTube video or my next podcast episode, you can click the thumbnails here to watch the other videos currently available on this channel. Until then, don't forget to stay safe and stay awesome.